Hi guys, welcome to our PHP Laravel interview question series. So in this episode, we will cover what is service provider. This is also a very important question, not just because it is being asked in interviews, but also from the Laravel perspective that you have to know like what is a service provider, what it is doing, and how you can add your own service provider. So first of all, like we will just head to the Laravel documentation and see what is the service provider. So from the Laravel documentation, we can see like it says like it is a central place for all Laravel application bootstrapping. So all the components that actually Laravel uses are loads for its own usage, like Mailable, queues, views, Eloquent, ORM, adapters, everything that is actually inside the service providers. So let's actually have a look at the config and app.php. So here you will be able to see a long list of actually the service provider that Laravel uses. Some of these are loaded at every request, and some of these are not loaded on demand. Like if any service provider actually you want to load it on demand, you can actually make it deferrable provider. So this service provider is only loaded once we need to use this broadcast manager, which is not on every request. Maybe you're using only in Chrome, maybe you're only using it for some message propagation to different channel. So yeah, this is the concept. So if you have any service that you want that you want yourself to use from different places and you want other people to use for your application, you can actually create a service provider, and then this service provider can be registered to in the application directory, and then you can use it. So this is a real project, actually a delivery application running for multiple clients. So we'll go ahead and we'll try to actually convert this manager to service provider, and we'll see like if it keeps working the way it is working. So first of all, it has some dummy AWP. It generates some dummy AWP number. Then it generates dummy AWP number for dev. Then it actually does something that to create the shipment number. So yeah, let's go ahead and create our own provider. So for that, we'll just use we can use actually this directory here, and we can create a new service provider. Okay, so we have added our first service provider here. So the first service provider to work, actually we need to extend it from the base service provider class, illuminate support service provider class, and then it actually we can use actually two methods. One is public function register, and the other one is public function boot. So these methods actually the first this method actually so whenever Laravel application boot, it actually check if the service provider is deferrable, then it doesn't touch it. If the service provider is not deferrable, then it actually goes to the register method and it calls the register method. And if there is any instance that you are loading into the container, so it will do that. It will run all the code for it actually give us application property. So this is the app container. So we can actually register our binding here, shipment manager, and it actually takes an anonymous function, and it also has a container application instance here. So here we actually can create the shipment manager class here. Yeah, yeah, this one. Okay, and let's see what. Okay, so it actually extends the singleton, so we need to remove it. So because the constructor is protected, so hopefully now we'll be able to use this class here. Okay, so we get our new shipment manager. So here we can actually make it singleton. If we want to create every new object on every new request, we can do that. Otherwise, we can just use singleton. So by every request mean like in the code, for example, in one runtime, if you're using one shipment manager, if in the one request you are using multiple shipment manager. So if it is singleton, so it will use the same object over and over. If it is you are just registering it here, so it will create a new object every time. Okay, so let's make it singleton here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and go to our test route and see like what we get if we do this. Sorry about that. Let's add a test route here. let's see if we get the instance. Let's refresh that. Before doing that, we just need to get our shipment manager service provider into config app direct F1, so that Laravel knows about it, and whenever we need it, it can provide the instance that we need. So we can add our service provider here. Application. Okay, let's go and do the test. Okay, so we get our instance of app shipment manager. So the thing is that it doesn't expose any property, so we are not able to see anything. Let's go ahead and call this method WWB number. Actually, to get the intelligence, what you can do is you can actually type in this and you can tell this that this is the instance start that we are expecting. So yeah, so we get the intelligence. Let's go ahead and refresh. So yeah, so each time we actually request it, we will get the new delivery number, shipment number. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any question or comments. I will try to address them in our next video. Till then, see you. Bye bye.